Hey guys, today I'm going to be reviewing something special. So I'm not in my normal location. I am in Disneyland right now, and I got something from the store, and it is the holiday droid. Now the holiday droid is a very special one because I could barely find any of these, and it's really expensive. It's $15 for this tiny droid right here. But I'm reviewing it because this is the only thing I'm getting from Disneyland. So, let's take a look at the box. Starting off, let's get into the review. So, starting off with the packaging, we have droid and the bubble right here. And it says R8H23, which is the name of the droid. And it has the droid picture right here in a snowy background with a snowy-like world. And up here it has the Star Wars up here. And then flipping to the back, has all these different language stuff. It says R8H23 again. And it has all the things like all the different features. And yeah. And it shows the droid bunch, and up here it says the droid factory and its description. I am not going to read that, but you can pause it right now if you want to read it yourself. Okay, but that is the box, so let's get it open. So I'm not going to do a time lapse because it's really easy to open. Just rip this off card, and then Sorry about that. I have a makeshift stand because I forgot my stand at home. My camera stand at home because I did not think I was going to be buying this. This is a bit early for the holidays, but it's good because I'm going to be needing a holiday droid. Okay, so taking a look at the details of the droid, we have, so let's just take a look at the wreath. So here, the wreath has the gold bow on the front, has these red berries on it, and it has some nice leaf details. And on the bottom, it has little ports for the legs, so it can rest on the droid easily. So, stays on pretty well. It's not falling off while I'm shaking it. But now let's take this off, set it back there. So, taking a look at the details of the droid, starting up at the head, we have this red-like pattern up here, red and green pattern. We have these white lines. Then across, we have all these white and green buttons and stuff, and red buttons. And we have a camera on the back, and we have a camera thing on the front. It doesn't have normal eyes like the normal droids, but yeah, I've never really seen this head before. But then we have the legs, red or green things right there, and white feet, same thing for the other leg. And then we have green, a green ladder thing. We have some vents, green rectangle, and all these different red and green and white details. But yeah, I guess that's it for details. So let's take a look at articulation. So the head swivels all the way around, the legs swivel all the way around too, and the feet move like this, so you can angle it back so it can stand up. And there's no articulation at this point, but there are wheels on the bottom of the feet so they can roll like this on hard surfaces. It doesn't really work. You have to hold the legs back like this, and then they can roll. But yeah, so let me put the wreath back on. So you can't really move it much with the wreath on. I think this is I think it's more for detail, or not detail, more for displaying than playing with. But I'm gonna be playing with this one. So I might make a box for this, a custom box for Christmas, because I have a Christmas decorations box for my room, full of my Christmas decorations for my room, my little mini Christmas tree that I have, and I have another super mini one for my action figures that I made last year. I had a cardboard and felt, and I had these little pom-poms as ornaments. So, yeah. But that is it for this. That's articulation, I guess. Now, let's talk about my final thoughts. So, my final thoughts on this figure are pretty good. It is for like 3 3/4 inch figures, not 6 inch, but you could still pretend for 6 inch like I do. But, my final thoughts, I would give this an 8.5 out of 10. I really like the details. I really like the articulation. It's just like an average droid, though. And the head was really loose. The legs were really loose. But overall, it's a pretty good figure. And I really like it. So I would recommend this if you're at Disneyland. So I am at Disneyland right now. And I found it at the World of Disney store. There, and in Disneyland at the Star Wars store, there's a whole section full of these like droids. And then the World of Disney store, there's more droids. Like there's this like droid for like a drink droid that carries like drinks on it. And then there's like a whole pack of droids that I got last year at Disneyland that I have. But I unboxed it here in Disneyland because I have or I can't fit it in my bag and I don't want the packaging to get ruined. So it is already ruined, but that's why I'm going to be making a custom box for it so I can put it in the box every year and put it in my Christmas decorations box. So those are my final thoughts. I would highly recommend this figure if you want like a holiday droid, or you could also just get the Black Series holiday figures. But I really like this one. This is like a Disney exclusive. But let me discuss one more feature about this. So, like before, in like 2018, I think, there was a place like where you could build the droids. And they came in different parts. You could pick out different parts from this like compartment full of things for droid parts. And I actually did make a droid back in 2018 when I came here. Or a couple droids actually. I made a C-3PO looking droid. It wasn't actually C-3PO. You can actually make C-3PO, but I chose to make my own droid. And I also made my own like R2-D2. It didn't look like R2-D2, but it was good because I didn't want it to look like R2-D2. I wanted it to look like a weird like random droid that you could find on like Tatooine and stuff. But yeah. So that's why you can take this apart and you can put it with any other droid parts. Like I have like a few droids. I could combine it with the droids that I made back in 2018, and then last year I got a whole droid pack that came with like 4 droids, and you can combine it with any of those droids. There are a couple droids you can't, like I got one droid in that pack you cannot mix the parts together, and then there was another droid pack that you couldn't put the parts on one of them. It was the what's that guy's name? I did a review on him. He's like a yellow like guy from Obi-Wan Kenobi, that show. But yeah, so overall it's a pretty good figure. Would highly recommend it. And that's the end of the review. So bye guys.